Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. This collective reading today is for the sign of Leo. So let's get started with it, okay? We're going to start off with a tarot, past, present, future. Then we're going to clarify a little bit with some oracle decks, and including the yin yang deck and the symphony deck. And then we're going to close it out with another tarot for clarification and to sort of wrap everything together, okay? All right, so I've already pre-shuffled and cut, so we can save some time with that. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with the past card. We're not going to do decks like we did before. I'm going to keep this as simple as we can today. But the first one on this deck that came out is a Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is all about childhood nostalgia, someone from your past coming back into your life today, but definitely a lot about childhood memories and things like that. This is recent past, and then I'm not going to go into all of these other ones, but that was the first one that on the top of that deck, you guys. So, all right, let's get back into this. Just going to shuffle one more time to get those kind of. All right. All right, what do we have now for the present situation that you're in? This is, oh, that wants to come out. So we have the moon again, Pisces. This is all about taming your emotions, self-control, learning how to, I mean, this is when sensitivities and self-conscious, being very self-conscious about yourself, how you appear and things like that. Everybody's second guessing themselves and overthinking, and this is just a lot of that, but very hypersensitive. So you're going through something right now. Maybe you went through something recently where you were you visited an old friend, and it just stirred up a lot of emotions and triggers for you. Let's see what's going on. Well, there we go. For your future, your not so distant future that's coming up, we have the Ten of Wands. Well, in this card, it has like the Ten of Wands being a burden, okay, and it seems like a burden. However, the 10, a 10 number in tarot is about completions. And so you have a very big completion here. The burdens that you've been carrying are almost over. You're completing this part of your journey, and you've passed the test. You still are carrying these 10 wands, and you haven't dropped any yet, and you're not going to. So keep up what you're doing and don't stop. Don't give up. Also, remember the goals that you set for yourself. Let's go into a clarification for the Six of Cups here. What else do we need to know? Also, I have pre-shuffled and cut all of these decks and saged them as well. But anyway, I'm just going to get right into this clarification for the Six of Cups. Spring, around spring, well, it's now. So this Six of Cups, maybe it happened a year ago or recently, like within the last week, someone from your past came forward and said, well, hey, what's going on? And so here you are, but you've got a lot of things going on around you with this energy around Six of Cups, but it is happening now. It just recently happened. And there's an unexpected visit call knocking on your door and riding by your house. So this person might be creepy. I don't know. It seems kind of creepy to me, but let's get into the moon and see what we have with clarification on what this moon means in your current situation. Okay, ravenous, insatiable, uncontrollable desires must have something right now, hunger for pleasure. So yeah, that kind of ties right into a hypersensitive state of being and state of mind. Almost like you can't, gosh, it's almost like this visit from this old friend is bringing up a lot of stuff for you. Like you're just replaying all these traumatic events over in your head, and it's making you so, it's almost triggering you to do things that you would not normally do, or something that you have done in the past that you've evolved past and you haven't done since, but now you're getting, I don't know, there's some feelings of not being able to control yourself. You want things so badly and you just can't control it, kind of thing. And then, of course, this also came up about family, building a foundation, feeling safe, and starting a family. So it almost seems like um, this past is reminding you of how grateful you are for your family, how they have supported you, and this doesn't have to be the family that you were born into. This could be a family that you now um, have, over time, for whatever reason. There's a close knit bond like you would have for a family member. It doesn't matter. They're your family, and you are building a foundation. And this could also mean, if you are already in a relationship, you could possibly be getting pregnant. I don't do any kind of readings about pregnancy or fertility or any of that, so please don't ask. I'm sorry, I don't get into legal things, and I don't do any readings specifically for those kind of things. But anyway, back to this. You're reminded through this insatiable desire to have whatever it is that you are weakest about under this hypersensitive moon card, but you're also reminded about your family and how important that is to you. So you stay focused because of your family. And then let's go for the Ten of Wands here. Um, the Ten of, this card wanted to pop out right there, y'all. Communication, approaching, voicemail, awaiting a text. This is to clarify the Ten of Wands, and this is approaching a voicemail, awaiting a text. Okay, so you are at the finish line with this Ten of Wands, and this is saying, don't give up. You're waiting for a return call. Don't start thinking someone's ghosting you because they haven't responded back in 15 minutes. Um, for some strange reason, a lot of people in my life thought that I was that way, but honestly, I only felt that way after someone responded a message after a couple days, like, but anyway, I was talking to somebody the other night, and they were like, I'm sorry that it took me the delay in the response. I'm like, the only reason why I'm responding to you so quickly is I'm texting two other people while I'm talking to you. Anyway, I swear, sometimes I'm reminded about the fact that when you're in your 20s and 30s, everything is, you don't think about the fact that you evolve and you grow out of certain things and you grow into other things. That's part of life. That's what you do. You are living, and something that you may have said or done 3 years ago or 10 years ago is not necessarily something you might say today, hopefully. God knows. I hope I'm not still saying the same things and doing the same things as I did when I was 20. I mean, so give yourself some credit, and don't be so quick to judge other people based on your own experience, because no one else is experiencing that. Only you are. So when you judge other people, and it comes through passive aggressive conversations, it can come through in all kinds of ways, and people are a lot more intuitive than they give themselves credit for too. So when you pick up some vibe about somebody's nonverbals and how they're like, oh well, you need to be doing this, and it's like, okay, it's just rude and arrogant and condescending. It's so annoying sometimes when someone is, anyway, I'm not going to get into that, but I'm telling you this because It's like you're waiting for the return text because you're waiting on a response or a decision or something heavy, something major. And so when you lay your heart out on the line and you dump out and open your heart to a lot of vulnerable places with somebody, and they sit on it after you were just talking to them back and forth, and instantly you say something and they just fall off for like half a day or something, it hurts. And so we, thank God, we're not 15 years old waiting on a response from people. Hopefully that is not you, because this is not your channel. This is for adults. But anyway, give yourself some credit, and also remember that, just be patient with your communication. Don't be hasty, and don't be rash. Be understanding and patient. Okay. So, all right, we're going to do one more oracle with the Yin Yang Oracle. And like I said, I did shuffle and cut these cards. I'm just going to shuffle real quick again before I get started. And we're going to do one more clarification for this past, present, future. So right now, let's do this unexpected visit around spring. Let's talk more about that. Watching, spying, gathering info, envy, trying to figure you out, keeping tabs on you. You got to love that when that happens, right? I think this is, this old friend, unexpected visit, phone call, riding by your house. Now they're saying someone's watching you. Also, what came out with this was until death do us part, restrictions, adversity, structure, learning karmic lessons, and maturity. So this came with this. So someone is from your past, maybe this is an ex, who is, I don't know, trying to show you that they've matured and evolved past their old self, and they're learning their karmic lessons. Saturn is also a key planet there. So yeah, this is somebody from your past, and I would guess that it's probably somebody like an ex. All right, so we are going to keep on going here in the family ravenous moon part of your present situation. Okay, that's going to flip out. I'm leaving the one on the floor. All right, fulfillment, wish fulfillment, success, achievements, happy endings, a happy outcome. So this whole situation here, in this hypersensitive reaction that you have, this instant reaction you have on this person coming back in your life from the past, is taking you to a place where you're feeling vulnerable again, and feeling like, oh my God, I can't control myself. I have to jump back into the same place that you were when you knew this person from the past. But you have to remind yourself your family is important, and you need to control your urges in order to be there for your family and for yourself. But when you do that, your wish will be fulfilled. It's almost like you're having to go one more time into the down the lane of whether or not you have enough self-control and willpower to deal with this. And it's almost like you pass this test, your wish will be granted. Let's go on to the let's do some clarification on approaching a voicemail, awaiting a text, and the Ten of Wands. So we have a distance, timeout, retreat, blocked, emotional or physical distance. Okay, so it's going right into someone has distanced themselves from you. Or maybe you've distanced yourself from someone and now you're trying to reach back out again. So, with that said, remember that you may be coming back into this person's life at a certain time when they're not really at a place where they feel comfortable connecting with you again on that level. And so they're putting it off and putting it off, but it's almost like, just hold on and remember that it's almost like they feel, I'm getting this feeling that they have like a trying to get back at you for the way you treated them, this retaliation mindset, which again is super immature and points to why someone has all this going on in your past, this whole stalking till debt, DEBT, do us part, random visit at your house, riding by your house. Like, this is all pretty weird. But so it's almost like you're going to want to reach out to them in the future very soon. And just remember, if they don't respond back to you quickly, it's because they're scared and they don't want to. Well, they also remember maybe you treated them this way, and they're just wanting to give you back some of your own medicine. It could be that simple and that immature, but some people just they no matter what happens, if you're not some people, I keep getting this feeling that somebody is dealing with an ex, and it's almost like they're doing the same thing to you they did before, which is why you broke up with them. They expect you to be available for them, but they're never available for you. So when you show up, they show up, and it's like blast from the past, and all this random, sudden, impromptu, spontaneous visits without being invited, kind of thing. You're not if you're not available. It's a control thing. If you're not available to drop everything in an instant whenever they feel like coming towards you, then suddenly, they run from you and block you and ghost you or whatever retaliatory type things this person's into, which just tells anybody that they haven't really evolved much since the way they used to be. So, but, I think they want to give you some of your own medicine. So if it's worth it to you, wait it out and see what happens. But I feel like you might be getting the same info from that you had, the same information, just a different time period. So that's definitely what I'm getting. So let's just do a quick 3 cards for the closing of this reading and see what we've got from the Witch's Tarot. Come on, let's see. Past information, past, recent past. Let's talk about that. And okay, 7 of Wands. So in this past, sorry y'all, I have a hair in my eye from my skin, from up here, and I'm trying to find it. Excuse me 1 second. I'm just really thirsty. So the 7 of Wands here is saying, I fought off a lot for you by myself. And I was able to, it was a lot of ankle biters, a lot of nipping at your feet, nipping at your legs, like small frustrations, but a lot of them. And you were able to fight that off, but now, and you did it by yourself. So this person has forgotten all the battles they fought for you, that you fought for them. They've forgotten about that. And so they show up and expect you to drop everything, and you're like, whoa, wait a minute, I did that before, and I'm not doing that again. Let's go on to your present situation for close out this Moon card and this wish fulfillment, family, and ravenous, the King of Swords, the Hermit, 5 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Pentacles. So we got work, and we have out in the cold. Okay, all right. So you don't want to you don't want to be left out in the cold, and you don't want to, because you've been there before and you're not going back there. So that fuels the ambition and the motivation for you to remember how far you've come and how hard it was to get there, like being grateful and thankful for your family and the support system that you have. and learning and knowing that that has helped you maintain willpower and self-control over things that are very tempting and triggering for you. But as a result of the fight that you have done and gone through to get to this place, your wish will be fulfilled. So you're triggered because you don't want to be left out in the cold. And when that happens, when that fear comes out, you retreat inward and you back off from everybody, and you do seem like you're ghosting, but you're not. You're you're getting some space for yourself so that you can gain balance again. And then it's almost like as soon as you do that, there's all this work to do. There's this mound of work to do. So you dive into that and you stay distracted and you work as hard as you can. And you hope that that one day will give you more wisdom and more opportunities, but also more insight into, um, it's almost like more insight into a field of work that you want to go into. And it involves like psychology or social work or counseling, therapist, master of the mind. Um, anyway, so that's the little mini story there that's going into this present situation that you're in right now. Just don't forget that you do it is okay to turn inward. It's okay to pause and take a step back and make sure you're grounded. Just don't stay there so long that that you neglect some of the work and the hard work that you've just spent a lot of time and hard work to get where you are right now, and you don't want to waste that over some minor thing. But you're preparing yourself to be the King of Swords. You're preparing yourself to be the king of thought and the king of emotions and grounding and making sure that just they're not spent on things that do not appreciate you. So that's enough about that. Let's go on to the future and let's get some more information on distance, timeout, retreat, block, emotional, and physical distance. What do we have, Spirit, for this outcome? Clarification. I'm not getting anything on that. All right, let's do this one more time. If not, I'm going to cut it and pull a card. Okay, thank you very much. Here we go. We got karma. That's a great card to end this reading with. Karma is your good karma is coming back to you. This is equivalent to the Judgment card in the Major Arcana Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And this is all about you passed the test, you did what was right, you stayed true to who you are, you did not let any external forces tip you over at all. You stayed steady. Steady wins the race. You paced yourself, and you now are enjoying the good karma of all of the hard work you put into this life you call your life. And you want to take the next step without any regrets about the past. And so this is telling you that you're on the right path. You're doing everything right. Don't give up. Don't stop. Your good karma will come back to you. And yeah, so this is a wonderful ending to this great reading today. So Leo, fire sign Leo, um, you've accomplished so much. You've come a long way to let some fleeting drop in your life deter you from the goals that you have in your life. So anyway, thank you for being here. And also, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It helps me bring more videos to you. I can actually do more frequent videos if I am able to do so. So thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you also for liking, commenting below, letting me know how it resonates with you. Also letting me know where you're from, where you are located right now. It's always a lot of fun to figure out, how far this is reaching people. But anyway, thanks again for being here, and I'll see you next time, Leo.